Tried to join ICE. They rejected me.
You try to join ICE?
Yeah, they won't take me. I'm a felon. But I'm hoping it's going to be like the later years of World War II in the Soviet Union. They just start taking everybody and anybody. You know, a lot of women were in the Soviet military. People don't know that.
You should join the Latin Kings.
Ooh, that's the other side of the. Yeah, that's the other side of the conflict.
Teach them a lesson, get in Nicaragua, whatever.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. I'd rather join Al Qaeda. They got better street cred these days. You join Nicaragua, they disappear you to Uganda. Like they don't even hold you at Gitmo. They send you to some weird unta country.
And they got a lot of money from the drugs. How much money does Al Qaeda have?
I don't know anymore. You know,
it feels like they're like 7 revisions back on the terrorist groups. To where like sometimes you'll see like spokesman for the Taliban insults ISIS and calls them savages, and it's just like I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. Really, like I just thought both those guys were kind of bad.
I'm sure their number 3 is being targeted right now. It's always the number 3, that guy you never heard of.
I used to always tell young guys, like if you're getting into the career world and you don't want to do 4, 8, 20 years of college and rack up $1 million worth of debt, that heating and air was the way to go. And like working your way up, starting your own business, multiple trucks, you know, making friendships at the tech school, etc. Now it's ICE. It's ICE, baby. Like they with that bonus and with that salary, and it's going to be at least another 3 years of a good gig.
Yeah. And then even if the Democrats shut it all down, it won't go down instantly, so you'll get.
And you
like
might be able to parlay that experience into some other form of federal work or other law enforcement or private security. It's going to be great.
Yeah, those government jobs are incestuous. Once you get in on some level, they just keep they just spiral you up.
Anyone who can't pass an English literacy test gets sent their ass back to France, though.
As if they're from France.
Their ancestors clearly were. They're still speaking. I mean,
I'm fine with it. Yeah, send them back.
I'm going to send those Mexican back to Spain, where they came from.
That's where they're from.
that would be so funny. Some guy named Gutierrez being shipped back to Barcelona.
I don't know if I fit in here.
This is a lot nicer.
If anything, I think we should take more of Mexico. I think that Donald Trump could have actually he blustered about Greenland and Venezuela and Panama and Canada, but in reality, Mexico seems like the one where he could actually make some sort of legal case, even if it's not a good one, that pushing that border back is in America's best interest and in our safety. He could talk about cartels, call them terrorist organizations. He could say that he could declare the Mexican government illegitimate because they are backing terrorists in the same way that they did with the Taliban, and just push that border on back 50, 100 miles all the way across. Call it a buffer zone. Call it a DM fucking Z.
What we get. I would need to know the exact land we get. That one really nice peninsula that we still let Mexico have.
The Baja.
Yeah, we should take that. And we should take the good bits of it. But can you imagine how humiliating that would be to like put the final stake in the border wall and then be like, we moved it? you have to move the whole thing.
Well, see, now you've got 2 walls. It's doubly effective. They have to hop a wall and here, and then 50 miles later they got another wall, and in between that's where you put the mines and the artillery.
I think that's a good idea. We build 2 different walls, have a nice DMZ, and then we say nobody's coming over until you guys get your shit together. We're banging it on all cylinders up here. You guys need to get it together. Tie up those loose ends, get rid of those dangerous.
If you took the boss, what's that peninsula? The Yucatan Peninsula?
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty sick if he took the whole peninsula and the other shore of it, so that you kept that. Is it a bay? What is that little air? The water that's within the peninsula. Like we should own all of that. That seems like
I think it is called the Yucatan Peninsula. That whole area.
Yeah,
I don't know
what happens there.
We should.
I bet it's beautiful.
We should control the entire Gulf of Mexico.
You mean
it shouldn't be called the Gulf of America?
Gulf of America.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. I'm going to stick with.
I don't know how much of Mexico we need, but I would like a lot more of the Caribbean. I think that there's a lot of the Caribbean down there that we should grab up some of those islands.
I think we could start by just seizing back Baja, that whole area. And what's Mexico? What the fuck is Mexico going to do about it? Let's be real. What are they going to do? hey, if you guys try to take that land, we're going to allow unchecked migration and send tons of dangerous drugs into your country. It's like, well, you're already doing that. So I don't think.
Honestly, I'd rather have Canada.
I love Canada. I went there for the first time, and it's awesome.
It's a wealthier population, and I feel like they're closer to the American culture. But Canada would be a good fit. I mean, obviously,
we're pushing the Mexicans out of reclaimed Mexico.
I don't recall America ever being successful
at
taking over a country that didn't want to be taken over.
It's called the Trail of Tears. Okay. We packed up, I don't know, 800,000 Seminole and 1 million Cherokee. And we said, pack your shit. You're heading that way. And we sent them to a whole nother ecosystem. We just marched them right across the whole country.
Who had it the saddest on the Trail of Tears is the slaves of the Seminoles.
Yes.
Like
they got to keep those.
They got to keep this. At some point, some horseman, some guy riding up, being like, "Hey, we're sending you guys north." And the slaves must have been like, "Please, please, 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 like pull us out of this." And they're like, "Nah, you're marching too, motherfucker. Get up there." Pretty rough.
That's crazy that we let the Indians own slaves.
I
don't know if that's more racist or less racist. You don't let your Indians own slaves? Bigots. Round here, any on a Tom or an auntie if he wants to.
I mean, it was the more traditional form of slavery they had, where it was like you just immediately, as soon as you conquer another tribe, those are your slaves now. Like that's, do not pass go. It's over. We killed most of your men, and now you're slaves. That's a funny.
Before I go, maybe.
That's a funny little addition to paintball, where it's like, all right, both teams, these sides, the hill in the middle, you need the flag. Both teams have one comforter warrior. Who is shrouded with a comforter,
hold it in front of you,
largely immune from spray.
One of those dinosaur costumes would probably do the trick. I saw a funny meme, and it was it was someone asking. It was the CEO of the inflatable dinosaur costume company asking somebody who worked for him, like, how's Q4 looking for us? And the guy's like, "You're not gonna believe it." Did you see? I'm sure you have, but it was, I think it was the Frog in Portland was standing in front of ice, and they go around to the back to his porthole and they spray bear spray into his porthole.
Dude, I would never go into a danger zone with a suit that had a easily accessible porthole that I couldn't see because I was dressed like a T-Rex.
He didn't expect them to spray his porthole, but up until then, he had his own little cushion of air he was living in.
Shouldn't have been dressed like a dinosaur, being a terrorist.
If you think about the advantages of that when faced against anti-riot police, it's pretty damn good. It's going to soften the blow of most projectiles, if not completely defeat them entirely. Those pepper balls, they're not even going to pop on you. You know what paintballs do when they hit stuff like that? They just fall off.
Rubber bullet would just tear that, wouldn't it?
Well, rubber bullet is like, what are we talking about? They shoot some things out of shotguns, and they shoot some things out of 40mm grenade launchers.
I've got a question. Shotgun-based sandbag, what do you think it would do?
Oh, God. It'd tear a hole through it, maybe. It depends how close. Everything is like distance, range.
It's going to hit you so hard.
So, and there's different manufacturers, and I don't know what the police use exactly, but the beanbag rounds that I have used in 12-gauge shotguns are like canvas pouches with shotgun shot in them, lead shot are in there. So they move very fast, and at close range, it would kill you. If you got shot, it would penetrate your flesh at close range, and it would kill you if you were shot like above the shoulders at close range.
I thought there was obviously not the ones you did. I thought there was either like lightweight plastic balls in there or literally beans, like the Goya beans we talked about. But I guess
they make a beanbag, but instead of beans like a child would have in those beanbags, you like for cornhole, it's lead shot, or at least the ones that I've used are. Then there's the 40mm grenade rounds. There's a lot of cool stuff for 40mm. Whenever I went to SHOT Show, there'd be multiple booths that were just that, like cool shit that we launch out of 40mm grenade launchers. But they have really dense foam rubber projectiles that I've seen them use when a guy has a knife and he's like barricaded and they can't get to him. They'll start shooting them with those to like I guess use pain to make him drop the knife, and a grown man can just eat those indefinitely, seemingly. Like they seem like they hurt real bad, but you can just
that
take
seems
them.
like a inappropriate time to be using the foam bullets. A guy's running around with a knife trying to kill
it's
people.
specifically like I've
You
seen
should
it with
use
a
the
guy.
real bullets that time.
It's when like the guy's like holding his position, he's holding the knife. You can't arrest him, but he's not actively attacking us. I saw a guy on a roof one time. He's just on a first floor roof with a weapon, and he's just like screaming "fuck you" to the police. And it's like, what are we gonna do? Put a ladder up there and climb up? We're not gonna gun him down for standing on a roof with a knife. That seems like murder. We got to figure out something in between. And so they start pelting him with.
We could use psychological warfare. Now that technology is so advanced, it'll be like, oh, you're up there on the roof threatening people with knives. Guess what? A feature-length gay porn of you in it right now.
AI come along with
push. Yes, if you don't give up.
All right, chill.
Kyle.